What ho, everybody? Ian here. Well, it's been a couple of weeks again, hasn't it, since the last layout progress update? And well, it's been an interesting couple of weeks, and we'll talk about that in a bit. And also in this video, we'll go over the progress with Fortunio and talk about some other stuff as well. So, don't worry about these. I was just got back from donating platelets. That's something that's personally important to me, so I do that twice a month and end up with my arms bandaged up for a while, but donating platelets is a very worthwhile thing to do. Cancer sufferers need platelets when they're having their chemotherapy, and just makes me feel good that I'm doing something useful with my life. So anyway, let's get on and talk about Fortunio. So here it is. Right now, this is the state we are in. I mean, I've laid the track, and the track is fixed in place, and trains run. Here I've put down this. I've put down a piece of paper here that is marked for get an idea of what it's going to look like when I cobblestone the yard. That's the plan there. We're going to lay some modeling clay, DAS, or whatever I have hidden away in the drawer here, and then of course I'll be getting a pen tip and we're going boom, 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 as I stamp individual cobblestones out. Never done it before, and I almost think I'm looking forward to that, but I think that's going to be one of those things that I've got to be in the mood for. One of those things that you have to be in the right frame of mind to do. And talking about frame of mind, I think that's something we should discuss a little bit. So yes, been having a little bit of a, I mean, I'm not going to say I've been in a funk. Maybe I have. Maybe that's a good word for it. I don't know. But I've been struggling with the hobby over the past couple of weeks. And no, it's not a worry. I mean, it happens, when, I mean, I consider myself a very, very hyper creative sort of person. I get in these incredible creative streaks when I build things like mine layouts on a Mosslander shelf and try to create a working model of an IMCO shovel loader. So those are incredible days when you get on a roll and start working on these things, and solutions to problems come thick and fast, and it rolls like that boulder rolling down the tunnel about to crush Indiana Jones. So yeah, those days are great, but when you have those highs, you also have to have the corresponding lows when you don't feel creative, when you can't do anything, when you come up against an absolute block. I mean, there's so much information, so much inspiration out there, and your brain just seizes up. And you can't, I mean, and seriously, this is a very strange thing to talk about, but this is something that happens to me. And there are times when the inspiration and the ideas come so thick and fast that your brain, my brain just seizes up and it won't process any more information, and it just shuts down. And yeah, I just have to leave it alone for a while. I mean, I haven't been down in the hobby room for a couple of weeks. So I just haven't been able to think about how to work on a project, what to do. I mean, here is Fortunio, and you know, this isn't due until, sorry, November the 31st is the closing date for the Micro Railway Cartel Christmas Challenge, and this is a long way away. I mean, I'm well on the way to that, and so working on this, I like deadlines. So working on this with a deadline so far away is a lack of motivation there. So I really needed to give myself a kick up the arse and really force myself to do something. What am I going to do to get myself out of this creative funk, this mind lock? Well, I've built this. A simple micro layout baseboard. It is 30 inches long and 1 foot deep. So it's a little longer, but a little narrower than an Apple box. So, of course, the last time I built a layout in an Apple box was Nowhere Mine, and Nowhere Mine served me well for 10 years, at least 10 years. In fact, it's still in the garage right now. So, yeah, that's worked really, really well for me. So the size is something that I'm familiar with and something that I can work with. So I'm wondering what I could do with it. And yeah, yes, that causes more thinking, but I'm hoping that being presented with something there in front of me will force me to get my creative juices going, and well, who knows what will happen from there. I mean, for example, I was looking through some stuff the other day, and I found this. This is an Athearn CF7, and CF7 is a class of locomotive that kind of like really interests me. There are two in just down the road from me on the Twin Cities and Western Railroad. One sits rusting away in a siding in Glencoe, and the other one, I'm not sure. I think it still sees a bit of service on the Twin Cities and Western somewhere. So I have a CF7 that I'd really, really like to use. Now it's DCC quick plug equipped, so I could probably get a DCC chip and just plug it into that thing. So don't know, maybe. So I mean, look, I also have this Bachmann GE 45-ton switcher. Love that with the connecting rods on the bogies there. That's great. And lordy lord, that's DCC as well, but I've only ever operated it as DC. And then there's this is the most incredible bargain ever. This is a Bachmann Spectrum EMC gas electric doodlebug DCC, but I've only ever operated it as DC. So anyway, you know, I mean, I've got these things. These are things that I just accumulate because, heck, I like the idea of them. I mean, the GE 45-tonner, that did sterling service on Nowhere Mine in its American guise. So, and even the CF7, that worked on Nowhere Mine as well. So I've got that. We've got some DCC stuff. Anyway, see, yes, I'm rambling now, but So what else am I going to say? It looks like I could get away with an American layout. I've got so much American stuff that it really would be a good idea to use it. And then, of course, I remembered, well, I got this for Christmas. You know, this station building, this HRM laser models of Knife River Depot on the North Shore Scenic Railroad. So, yeah, I got a station building. I got locomotives. Yeah, good golly gosh, I've got a passenger train. I have plenty of freight stock. So it really would seem that it might be a good way to go to come up with something different, something micro size in American HO, something really interesting, and then we'll see where we go from there. I'll have to start thinking a bit. But anyway, that looks like what we're going to do. Here's a rough mock-up then of what I'm thinking of with this little box layout. So you'll see that I have a Lincolnshire Wesleyan chapel here, serving double duty as a view block to represent some kind of business here, some kind of like farmer's warehouse sort of thing, maybe a small grain elevator perhaps. Anyway, that will be a view block to hide the exit to the fiddle yard on this side, on the right hand side. So I'm thinking that maybe back here we will have the Knife River Station building. Its exact location will be to be determined, sir. Anyway, you see I've got a got a grain car in there, and you see that's actually hiding the end of a passing siding here, so that grain cars or box cars or something would be worked into here, which is technically it's going to be the end of a double-ended passing siding here, where we would spot a wagon here, and maybe we could spot another one further down a ghost industry off stage. So you can see that here we've got my CF7, and I've got a 40-foot box car, but as you can see, we've got so much room there in that siding that I could pretty much easily fit a 50-foot box car in there, which is really cool because this is my absolute favorite boxcar model of all time. This is the Exact Rail swaffle-sided Southern boxcar, and I just love that. I love the livery on it. That's a favourite of mine. So that could even see service on this layout. The CF7 fits in there nicely, and there's still plenty of room here. So maybe something a little bit bigger would fit in there too. Anyway, so as for what will go on in this area, I don't know. I'll probably have this siding just meander off. It's kind of like going to meander off stage, but no further than that. It's just going to be suggested that it goes further. Probably have a road across here maybe, because what I would like to do is maybe you'll have seen it not so long ago in a video I did. There's a delightfully small gas station in town here, and I would really like to model that, and there's probably enough room in this sort of area here to maybe get that to fit in. Not sure how accurate that would be if it was something that was between railroad tracks, but I do know that the gas station actually in Leicester Prairie here, it's rather close to where the tracks used to be. So maybe that's okay. So anyway, that's the ideas that I have for this right now. So we'll see if this sticks in my brain for long enough, if I like what I've got here enough, and we will report back sometime later. So in the meantime, build that model and lay that track, run that train, but most of all, have fun.